The Roman general who defeated him Carrhae, 53 BC. Licinius Crassus was the richest man in Rome.
He had crushed Spartacus's slave rebellion.
He had formed the first Triumvirate with Pompey and Caesar, but wealth and political power weren't enough. Crassus wanted military glory to match his rivals.
Caesar was conquering Gaul. Pompey had triumphed in the east.
Crassus needed his own legendary victory, so at age 60, he launched an invasion of Parthia, the powerful empire beyond Rome's eastern frontier.
His advisors warned him. The Parthians fought differently. They were horse archers, masters of mobility. They didn't stand and fight like Gauls or Germans.
Crassus dismissed their concerns. He commanded 7 legions for of Rome's finest infantry. What could horsemen with bows do against Roman discipline?
Everything, as it turned out. The Parthian general Surena met Crassus near the town of Carrhae with only 10,000 cavalry and no infantry at all.
The Romans formed their traditional battle lines, shields locked, waiting for the enemy to charge.
The Parthians didn't charge, they circled. Arrows began falling like deadly rain.
The Roman shields blocked most, but the arrows kept coming.
Crassus ordered his men to advance. They would close the distance and force proper battle, but the Parthians simply rode backward, still shooting. Roman soldiers marched in full armor under the scorching sun, and the arrows never stopped.
When Roman javelin throwers tried to retaliate, the Parthians wheeled away, always staying just out of reach. Crassus sent his son Publius with cavalry to break the enemy line.
The young man charged bravely with 5,000 troops. The Parthians pretended to flee, drawing Publius miles away from the main army.
Then they surrounded him. Hours later, the Parthians returned. They rode past the Roman lines carrying Publius' head on a spear.
Crassus stared at his son's lifeless face. The proud general broke. His army's morale shattered with him. The slaughter continued into the evening. Romans couldn't advance, couldn't retreat, couldn't do anything but die slowly under the endless arrows. Surena had brought camel trains loaded with spare arrows. He would never run out.
By nightfall, 20,000 Romans lay dead. Another 10,000 were captured. Crassus tried to negotiate, but during the meeting, fighting broke out and Crassus was killed in the chaos.
The Parthians reportedly poured molten gold into his mouth after death, a final insult to Rome's richest man who had died chasing glory. The Battle of Carrhae became Rome's most humiliating defeat since Hannibal.
Crassus had marched 40,000 soldiers into the desert and lost 3 entire legions.
The eagle standards, Rome's sacred military symbols, were captured, a stain on Roman honor.
Rome would obsess over recovering those eagles for decades.
Augustus eventually negotiated their return, but the shame lingered.
Crassus had everything except the one thing he wanted most. In seeking glory, he found only arrows, sun, and sand. He proved that wealth could not buy wisdom, and that the greatest generals know when not to fight.
The Parthians never invaded Rome. They didn't need to. They had sent their message clearly. Some enemies cannot be conquered with discipline and shields alone. Sometimes the richest man in Rome is still the poorest in judgment.